Welcome to Bitching and Moaning, the podcast where we talk shit, spill the tea, and say all the things you're definitely thinking about but shouldn't say out loud.
We're your hosts. I'm Stephanie with Patricia, and together we're your weekly dose of sass, laughs, and just the right amount of bad decisions.
From sexy stories to petty rants, nothing's off limits. So grab your wine or your drink of choice, loosen your morals, and let's get into it.
Because if we're not bitching,
we're probably moaning. Welcome to Bitching and Moaning, and Merry
Christmas! We almost harmonized. That was cute.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, and
Happy anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the birth of anything.
Yeah, exactly.
For
yeah.
us, Jesus Christ.
Right.
Anyways, so happy holidays, and we're so glad you're here with us. We just wanted to do a quick intro. We we had a challenge for our viewers to go out and help the community, and we wanted to talk a little bit about that. But I guess before we get into that, let's talk about what we have for wine.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to show my pretty little bottle, and you'll see the picture in a minute. But Texas Summer Night, this is one of my Heiko wines. It is a sweet red, and the label says that it's sweet and seductive with soft hints of blueberry. So I thought, ooh, that's different than I've tried before. So I figured this would be good. And who doesn't want a summer night when it's like freezing in the winter? So so thought I'd try that. And it does have 10% alcohol on it. So I'm going to have myself a good time for our little podcast here. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So what do you have?
I went the same route. I saw the palm trees on this bottle, and I was like, that's calling my name right now. I just want to be somewhere nice and warm. And so mine is called, oh my gosh, California Heritage, and it is a pink Moscato.
Yummy.
You know, that's why we have ice in our wine, because they're sweet. It has hints of nectarine and actually raspberry.
Ooh,
so
yummy.
it's really light and summery. So we're trying to get warm on these cold winter days. Cold in Texas for that.
Yeah, exactly.
But, so cheers to our Christmas episode. Oh, that's really good. Ooh, I could really taste the nectarine on that one. That's good.
Yeah, this is really good.
That's good.
I like the blueberry. Yeah.
Okay, so we were talking a little bit about our challenge, and to give back to your communities, we decided to give back to ours in a way of an angel tree. And so we went online because modern technology nowadays is amazing.
It was so easy too. It was very, very easy.
So easy. Before, we used to have to go to like a Walmart or a mall, and then you pick the little angel off the tree. You get whichever one you want, and then you go get your gift, and then you bring the toy or whatever it is back to that same location. Well, now a lot of people aren't going to malls.
Yeah.
So we got into the Salvation Army, salvationarmy.org, I believe it is, and their website, which is great. You can donate so many different ways, not only with the angel tree, but if you want to do monetary or your time, volunteer. But we chose to do the angel tree online, and it was just as, it was probably easier. We didn't have to leave our home.
I know. It was really easy. It's like you just go through and you can pick ages, you can pick male or female, which we'll talk about in our little video you see, but you just kind of scroll and go, this one is speaking to me, and then you can pick whoever you want.
Absolutely.
So very, very easy.
And like she said, you can do adults too, because adults have, some Christmas needs. But we went and we picked ours. We did a whole video for you guys.
Yep.
And we are going to share it after this. But we hope that you did your part and gave to your community. And we are really excited to share the fun time we got to spend together for a good cause. And you can actually print those angel tree, like you would see on a tree. You can print those little things out, which like we did as well. And it was just fun. So we hope you enjoyed the video. And we will. Oh, we're gonna take a little break. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break with it being the holidays, and we've been doing podcasts pretty much every week. We thought, for us to kind of refresh and regroup, take a little time off. So we're gonna take Christmas week and New Year's week off. So you'll get to come back, catch up on the videos, maybe our podcasts that you haven't seen. But we'll be back after the first of the year with some new stuff. So there's no rest for the weary, but we thought, you know what, let's take a little break and enjoy it with our families, just like everybody else is doing at the holidays. So,
but don't think you won't see us, because we're still putting out our little adventure videos, all the adventures that we do together, separate with our families. So we hope you guys are enjoying those too, and we hope you all have a safe holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that.
Yeah.
And we will see you in 2026.
Well, before we go, do you want to just at least give one of your favorite Christmas memories?
Oh, yes, I could do that. I know this is going to sound really, really crazy, but again, a reminder, if you haven't watched any of the podcasts and you don't really know who we are, a little insight. I grew up very poor. My mom was a single parent with 3 daughters. I have 2 older sisters, and we didn't have a lot of money. So Christmases were very, very slim pickings. We were lucky if we got 1 or 2 gifts, and that was okay. We always did have a tree, which was really weird. We always had a tree, but we would go to a Tasty Freeze, which was right up the road, get our fresh tree for $10 or $15 back then, and bring it back, and we would have all these fun ornaments. But the one Christmas I do remember is that I wanted a coat so badly, because I lived in Chicago and it was freezing, but I wanted this really pretty coat that was kind of like, it was white and long, and just think of what funfetti looks like cake. Yeah. That's what it looked like. It was white and it had like little tiny different dots, just little furry dots, and it had like some fur around here and fur around the end. And my mom couldn't afford it, but I wanted it so bad because it was so beautiful. And I honestly think that one of my aunts who lived by us, I think she helped my mom out, and I got that coat for Christmas. And so again, you never know what people are going through or what they need, and that was like one of the best memories I'll ever think about for Christmas, because not only did my mom work hard for it, but so did my aunt, and it made me a very happy little girl. So
yeah, that
was my good memory. How about you?
So I have a couple ones real quick. So back in the day, before you had streaming and all of that, the Charlie Brown Christmas, you saw it advertised, or any of those, Rudolph, Frosty, all of those, Santa Claus Coming to Town. It's like you sat in front of the TV. It was on like a Tuesday night at 7, and you could not miss them, because then you missed them all year. So yeah, the Charlie Brown Christmas was a favorite. And then I guess the one that's, more sentimental is my dad always wanted us to remember why we were celebrating Christmas. Yeah. And he had a big, huge, thick Bible about this big, and it was, it was pretty big, and he'd open it up to Luke, I think was the chapter in the Bible, and he would read about the birth of Jesus. Well, as I got older, I appreciated that. And then, but as a little kid, when you're like 8, it's like, oh, Daddy's going to read a Christmas story, and then he's going to pray. Can we just open the presents, you know? So it's like, as a little kid, you're just dying because you're going to open the presents. But of course, as you get older, your viewpoint changes, and that was like the highlight. And I actually have a recording the last time my dad was able to read it because of his Parkinson's and stuff. Yeah. And I have that on my phone. That's so I usually share it on my personal page. It's a little hard to watch because he was struggling, but it's like, I'm so glad I have that now. And I think about that every Christmas. My dad reading the Christmas story just to remind us, what's Christmas, you know, if you look at it that way. And so, that's just a really good,
interesting how
sentimental
a lot of families do that. My grandfather did, my grandfather and my grandmother, but we spoke Spanish in our house, so they would say it in Spanish, so they'd talk about the story in Spanish. And then we would have to go to midnight mass, because I grew up Catholic. So midnight mass was
Yeah.
so long. And then at that time, then we had to come home, and that's when we could open presents.
Oh, okay.
So it
Yeah.
was a late, long night.
Yeah.
And it didn't, you're a kid, you're on adrenaline, you know?
Yeah.
But I just kind of wondered, like my mom and my grandparents and my uncles and aunts and stuff, it was a long day for
Yeah.
all of us. But yeah, midnight mass,
Yeah.
but we go to early church now. Early church. I don't put my kids through
Yeah.
that torture, but yeah, those I do remember that. And
Yeah.
and then it's funny because my father-in-law now, amazing man, he reads out of the Bible
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
Christmas every year too, and so we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah.
But-
Well, good. Just a couple little memories that
Yeah.
we have growing up and how we look at things now. And so, yeah, I love those little things,
Yeah.
little memories, replicate them, or, even if our loved ones are gone, it's like carrying on that tradition,
for real.
So,
So great. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that memory. And again, we hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season,
Yes.
and we will see you in 2026.
yeah.
All
Merry
right.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Bitchin Moanin here, Stephanie and Patricia, and we challenged everybody to, for this holiday season, to go out and help your community, whether it be an angel tree, whether that be helping a senior citizen area, or just any family in need. So we wanted to share with you, and you wanted you to come along with us on how we are going to share our, what do we have? Our whatever people need, we are going to help them.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
So right now we're combing through the Salvation Army Angel Tree online. Modern technology, you don't even have to go to the stores anymore to get that little piece of paper. It's all online with salvationarmy.com. And so we are going through the list. There's lots of kids. There's actually some adults in there.
Right.
And so we're going to pick a boy and a girl, and we're going to grab those gifts for them. And then we're going to go to drop them off at the local mall. So stay tuned and come with us on our journey.
See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna pick my person. I'm gonna stick with probably a little boy, I think. So I'm gonna scroll through the list and find someone. Let's see. So many kids to choose from. So here's one. Looks like Rayan, Rayyan, 23-year-old little boy. He needs a car seat. His wish is building blocks, and clothing type says toddler. So I am going to pick Rayan. I'm just going to go over here and do the little box. And then I have
23 months?
Yeah, 23 months.
Okay.
So there we go. So that's who I'm going to pick.
All right.
Right.
All right. So this modern technology is awesome. We are going through and picking out the kids that we're going to help out. My good friend Steph chose a little boy, so I am going to see if I can find a little girl to help. Going through here, I just see a lot of males. I might end up having to do a male, but let me keep checking a little bit here. Yes, I see all males. Oh, here's one. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with her. Okay, well, this is the only little girl I see here, and her name is, now I lost her. Oh, here she is. Anastasia is her name.
Ooh, that's a
and
pretty name.
she's 16 months old, and she needs a car seat and an umbrella stroller, and her clothing type is toddler. So I'm gonna go ahead and check my box, and we are gonna go shopping. Shopping.
All right.
Christmas.
Hi, we got another one. Yay.
Thanks, Damien, so much for your
Thank
help. We
you.
appreciate it. Have a Merry
Okay, so we got the stroller, the car seat that we needed. Then we got some little wooden blocks right here on the wish list. And then we got this cute little dinosaur outfit. It's got the little pants, and then it's got the little shirt. Is that not adorable? So we have that little outfit. And then they did ask for some little briefs, so we got some different colored ones. Looks like it's got spaceships and all kinds of stuff on it, so we got that. And then look at this cute shirt. There's nobody like you. How cute is that? And we got the little blue pants to go with them. So I have a little outfit right there. And then we have one more little outfit. We got little blue pants to go with this cute little shirt. Look how cute that is. And then the last thing I ended up picking was this little coat right here. And it's got like an extra liner in there so that way they can have a big thick coat and then have a little light jacket as well. So those are all the things I got. So yay!
Here, we did it. We got our car seats for my little girl, and I got her some really cute little pants with little Christmas trees on it, and this polar bear is adorable. So it's so soft and pink for her. And then I got her little pull-ups because she's gonna need those. And then I love little flowers because even though it's winter, we want to make sure we're nice and thinking about the summer. So I got a little outfit here. And then, of course, she needed a coat, which this was so fun too. Got this coat, and I love it because it's not only a coat, but it has a jacket inside that is lined too. So it's kind of two coats in one, so it's perfect for that. And some ABCs, because we need to learn our ABCs. And then I think my favorite one of all is this little guy. My little ladybug. Every little girl needs a little ladybug. And she's got a pacifier, and she actually cries, so be fun. She can learn how to take care of her own little baby. So that's our Christmas list. Thanks for joining us. So we are dropping off our wonderful gifts to the Salvation Army drop off. We have Stephanie here, and hi. And we're gonna drop off our kids for gifts for the kids. There's so many people here. So here we are with all the Salvation Army volunteers. They're doing such a great job getting all the toys for the kids. And Stephanie's here with...
Hi, my name is Lisa Wiley. I'm the Angel Tree Coordinator for the Fort Worth Center. And
We're so excited. Thank you so much for doing all of this for the kids.
We truly appreciate you all doing the most good and saving Christmas 2025.
Yes, love
thank
it.
you.
So we're gonna drop off the gifts.
Yes.
So Stephanie's gonna grab her stuff. Where's your stuff out of the back?
So let me, I'm just gonna get
Look, she's got the toys and all the stuff in there.
You have gifts in yours?
I do.
Alrighty, so here's a car seat. There's Patricia with her stroller and her bag of goodies. Yep.
We need little campers. So
Yeah.
we're gonna bring this over to the
Okay.
It in turn propels us so that we can help others in the community.
Okay, so where's the kettle located if we went by there?
Well, let me grab a
I can talk about mine.
Okay.
With ours, it is at Kroger's and Walmart's and things like that. But there's Fort Worth is split into two. I have
She's got the kettle in the back.
I have my
Love it.
my fellow counterpart who's a Salvation Army officer. He does 30 in north and I do 30 in south. But I do have some locations up here that he's let me borrow. But we do Hobby Lobbies and Walmart's and Sam's, Kroger, and that's a lot of the traditional ones. And those are big ones that you can easily find. So
And you said that goes all back to the community?
that goes back to the community as our one major fundraiser for the year.
So what does the money go to usually in the community?
Like where I'm at is at the Mabee Center and the senior apartments. So that goes to programs and services that we help out there. And our senior apartments is HUD or based on income. So you got a lot of people who are living independently that couldn't afford to live independently if they did not have the support and help. And that allows them to be in a nice, safe community in that arena. And then the Mabee Center, we have a lot of different programs from emergency shelter to transitional housing. We have a JPS where they've been homeless and had, like we just got a guy in who was been a double amputee who was homeless. So if they put him back out on the street, he wouldn't be able to make it and survive. So we have medical beds that they're able to get better, but not be in the hospital and stay safe and clean and have meals.
Well, everybody wants to be independent and be able to take care of themselves. That's wonderful.
And then we also have a women's 7 singles. And then there's a ARC, which is an adult rehabilitation center, which is a drug and alcohol rehab.
Okay.
But we also have food pantry. We help
Wow.
with we help with people who are in apartments and different things with their utilities and
Yeah.
rent. So there's it's cheaper to keep them in a home than have them homeless
Yes.
and trying to start all over.
Well, that's wonderful.
So
So
then-
many good
And then
communities
you
to
have
help.
the center that I'm at, the Christmas and the disaster
Disaster
center.
warehouse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.